a pioneer in integrative and lifestyle medicine.
And I try to keep my content very, very simple and doable so people can decide right now, I want to make a change, and they have the tools to make the change.
His 360-degree approach to care is renowned globally.
That you can possibly prevent a condition, and even if you get a condition, you recover from it far better than someone who has not built a strong body and a strong mind.
NewsX influencer A-list proudly recognizes Luke Coutinho for influence in holistic lifestyle healthcare. Hello and welcome to us on NewsX influencer A-list. I'm Paradeep Bhanot. With us today is a very special guest. Now, he's been felicitated by the Prime Minister of India for the work that he's doing. And he is indeed an integrative and lifestyle medicine coach. He's also a preventive medicine coach. Preventive wellness coach, pardon me. Thank you so much, Luke, for joining us, and very warm welcome to NewsX.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
All right. So, Luke, if I could just, quickly start by asking you, what is the kind of content that you're putting out on the internet? Why is it that people are following you?
So the content I put out is to help people get their health better. And when I say health, we're not just talking about physical health. We look at cancer, Alzheimer's, diabetes, weight gain, weight loss, everything. But there's always a concept which I call lifestyle. We try to teach people to eat better. We try to teach people not to do fad diets and not to go through extremes because that destroys you. We teach people to listen to their body because only your body can tell you when to stop eating, how much to eat, what time to eat. We teach people to sleep better because sleep deprivation is one of the biggest problems in our country related to every single disease. And while social media keeps us awake, we need these reminders and this awareness to sleep better. The content I put out is also my learnings from my patients who suffer from a sickness. And we teach people on the internet what not they should do and what they should do. So if I've learned a patient has been constipated from the time they were 10 years old till 40 years old, and today they have a colorectal cancer, we try to teach people without inducing fear that constipation is not okay. It's something that you should address, So I use my platform to inspire people. I don't believe in motivation. Motivation is for people who are not yet committed to their goals. So they need to be motivated. But when you're committed to your goal, you don't need to be motivated. Like I always give people a simple example. You go out there and you buy a Rolls Royce or an expensive handbag. Do I need to motivate you to look after it? No, you will look after it because you've assigned it value. So I teach people to assign value to their health, value to their relationships, value to their children. When you assign value to it, you nurture it, you look after it. So my paradigm of content revolves around exercise, nutrition, emotional wellness, sleep, and spirituality, but not connected to religion. Spirituality could be something as simple as our life. We're a gift of life. The human body is a gift of life. You're abusing it, you're not being spiritual. I don't care how much you go to the church, temple, mosque, you're not being spiritual if you don't abuse the gift of life, which is your body. So these are the paradigms, and I try to keep my content very, very simple and doable so people can decide right now, I want to make a change, and they have the tools to make the change.
So, you do something called integrative and lifestyle medicine, but also preventive healthcare. Now, for a lot of people out there, the idea of preventive healthcare would sound rather alarmist, right? What is your take on that, and how do you go about it? What is the difference between preventive healthcare and integrated and lifestyle medicine?
So integrated and lifestyle medicine is when you have a patient who comes to you. Let me give you an example of a cancer patient. So the cancer patient has to take chemotherapy or radiation. In integrated medicine, we manage the side effects of that. We keep their immunity high, inflammation low, using foods, the right exercises when they have neuropathy, they have lymphedema. We try to get them to sleep better so they can recover better. We try to bring down their stress levels because stress and cancer and every disease has a direct connection. So we're treating a patient and addressing the root cause of the problem. While allopathy looks at the symptom, we address the root cause and we try to manage the quality of their life and help them stay in remission or preventing any further damage happening to their body. In preventive wellness, for you and me, it's example, what should I do so I can possibly prevent the onset of disease? So if I'm pre-diabetic today, what are the 5 things I can do so I don't become diabetic? Okay, if I have high cholesterol, what are the top 10 things I can do to bring it down so it doesn't become a bad lipid profile and a heart attack or a stroke. So preventive wellness is focusing on your lifestyle, the way you should live, eat, sleep, move, and think, so that you can possibly prevent a condition. And even if you get a condition, you recover from it far better than someone who has not built a strong body and a strong mind.
Very interesting, Luke. I have another, so then, I have a follow-up question on that. You said that, we were just talking, and you said that your team is over 100 people, which include dietitians and doctors and whatnot. So, Luke, so let's say one patient comes to you, right? Let's say today I come to you. How many people are going to be looking after me that are from Luke's team?
Yeah, so it's an integrated protocol. So until I got really busy, I would see every single patient. Today, it's not that possible. So we have a trained team. So my medical doctor will assess the case. My dietitian will have a look. My nutritionist will have a look. A life coach will have a look, because the stress part of it. We also have a yoga therapist. Like, let's say, a yoga therapist may not see every patient, but someone who has spondylitis. A yoga therapist may say, hey, listen, you can correct posture. These are the asanas, and actually teach them. We also teach everyone pranayama and meditation. If they don't want it, we don't force it, but we believe it's necessary to manage stress. Sometimes I have a homeopathic doctor, because a patient comes and says, look, I used to do homeopathy and I believe in it, but now this condition's gotten worse. So if our homeopathic doctor says that I think homeopathy can run parallel to what they're doing, we fit it in. So it's integrated. We have the patient in the center and what is right for them. So if homeopathy is not required, they will not be given homeopathy. If yoga is not required, they will not be given yoga. So what happens, 5 or 6 minds assess the patient, and then as a team, we decide, we think this is the best protocol. Let's start with this. We also work with their primary doctors, because they already have doctors if they've come to us with a disease. So we coordinate with the doctors, and sometimes we reach out to the doctor saying, doc, can you reduce the dosage because this patient is eating well, the pressure's coming down, and the doctor reduces the dosage. So it's really an integrated team.
Is the doctor open to accommodating your suggestions? Is that, or do you face difficulties sometimes when it comes to?
We've never faced a difficulty, because we're not alternative medicine. We're integrated. We don't look down on allopathy. We're not against allopathy at all. We integrate it into the system. Sometimes we reach out to a doctor and we say, doctor, this patient is ready to reduce blood pressure medication. And the doctor is like, but Luke, what happens if he's in a stressful position? What happens if the stress goes up? So the doctor says, give me a little bit more time. And we say, yeah, we understand. So it's not about whose system is right. It's what's right for the patient. And it works beautifully. Of course, when we initially started this, doctors were like, no, it's my way or the highway and all of that stuff. But today, we treat doctors, we treat oncologists, we treat doctors around the world. They're on our programs because they've realized the power of lifestyle. So it's turned out to be a very beautiful system. And I believe in all forms of medicine, we must respect one another. There should never be wars. Like there's a war between Ayurveda and allopathy. There's a war between, Unani medicine and allopathy. Everyone has their thought process. So we're not in that line. We're in integrated medicine. We have a lot of our medical doctors who say, I'm on Ayurveda. And I say, why aren't you taking your own medication? They say, first I'll try Ayurveda. Let's see if it works. Then I'll take it. So I think the world is waking up with awareness that it's not a war. And the whole idea of medicine, in any form of medicine, we follow an oath that we're not supposed to do harm to a patient. We're not supposed to use substances that harm a patient. And we're supposed to share with the patient every part of the treatment. So we try to follow that, and we have a beautiful team. We have doctors across the world who consult with us in the US, in the UK. So integrated medicine is beautiful. It's very huge. It takes the expertise, knowledge, and wisdom of everyone and gives it to the patient in front of them.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful indeed. So Luke, now, we've talked about what you do, and indeed it's very fascinating. But now I also want to, shift focus a little bit to digital content creation and, helping people on the internet, because that's also what we want to, kind of focus on. So you put out videos and, you were just telling me that you go live at 1:30 every single day on Facebook, right? Unless you said that you were in a flight. So Luke, the kind of responsibility that then comes with talking to a larger audience, do you ever feel the burden of that, or it's completely not like or are you nonchalant about it?
Never. I never feel it, because I don't see myself as an influencer, even though other people may see me as an influencer. My role is my patient. I'm very clear about that. I think if I was an influencer and only an influencer, I would have that burden of, will people like my content? Will I get likes? Will I whatever? But I'm very clear. My intention is what I want to share today, I will go out and put it there in raw format. So you'll never see me shooting from a studio. You'll see me shooting raw videos. They're never edited, because I want people to pick up the essence of the message. And the message is always powerful. So yeah, I don't feel burdened at all. I do feel burdened if I'm going to miss my 1:30, because I know there are a lot of people who expect it, but I've learned not to be attached to that, because it's not in my control. If it's in my control, I can do something about it. If it's not in my control, I've just learned to be easy with it. So no burden at all. I enjoy it, because I believe even if one person takes away a message and makes a change, that's one person who's better. And, I'm not here to change the world. I believe we got to change people one at a time. And that's what makes up the entire world. So that's my intention, and it doesn't burden me at all.
That's beautiful, Luke. And, more power to you for the work that you're doing. Indeed, it is, I'm sure, helping so many people and creating the kind of awareness that needs to be created when it comes to loving yourself, from what I've understood from this conversation. So we're going to take that away with us, and hopefully everybody watching this is also going to take that away with them. Thank you so much for joining us on Influencer A-List, and it's been a pleasure to have you.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.